What if AI could build your app? So this is the app we'll be creating. If you type in Washington, it will get the weather for Washington with a 5-day forecast for Washington, and also an AI summary with more information to do with the weather during that period. If I type in London, it will also get the weather, the temperature for London, as you can see, the 5-day forecast for this week. I type in a very hot country such as Africa, it shows a hot climate, hot temperatures for Africa with the description. If I type in a very cold country such as Russia, then you'll see it's in minus degrees, so it's freezing. So this is the application we'll be creating using Swift and SwiftUI. So we will continue to implement our view model. We need another property, which is called isArtsDisabled, which will return a bool. The purpose of that property is to enable and disable the arts button, which is displayed here. So when there's no values in the text field, the button will be disabled or grayed out. User prompt. Option. Characters in. Remove any white spaces and new line characters. Or it will just default to this loading. Is loading. Can it be found? Be found in scope. For it's loading, I just get it from the clipboard and paste it here. And then the next thing we need to do is to add another publish variable. At publish. Private var. Private var. Current task. Task void. Never. So the purpose of line 36 is to enable us to own and cancel asynchronous tasks safely. So the next thing we need to do is to create another write property, private set var bundle, UI bundle, question mark equals nil, but it's optional. And then we need to assign our temperature threshold. Let hot threshold C, double equals 28. Let very hot, threshold C, double 34. Let code threshold C, double 10. Let freezing threshold C, double equals 0. And we need to call our initializer. And the purpose of the initializer is for our dependency injection. So we're going to pass in our objects, our dependencies, open Meteo weather service. And then we do the same thing for the summary service. So the summary service is equal to OpenAI weather summary service. So the new instances are created there. And then we assign the instance to our weather service property. Do the same thing for our summary service. And that will also make it more testable as well. So the next thing we need to do is to implement our async arcs functionality. So I just paste the arcs functionality from the clipboard and then explain the code. So the first thing that we do is we read the user input. And then we exit early if the prompt is empty, which is on this line. On line 54, we cancel any in-flight requests. On line 55, we update the UI state to loading. And on line 57, we start a new async task. And what else are we doing on this line? So on line 60, we fetch the weather data and the UI bundle. And then we store the UI bundle. At the moment, we don't have that variable defined. I thought we had it. So it's not defined. So that should be self, UI bundle. It seems like bundle was spelled incorrectly. Yeah, here it is, spelled it incorrectly. So it should be LE, should be at the end. And then what else is the function doing? So on line 63, we generate a human readable summary that was created by ChatGPT, the API. And then on lines 68, we update the UI state to loaded and provide a UI data and the generated summary as well. The next little method we need to create is called function reset. The purpose of that method is just to enable the application to reset to the default settings, current, past, cancel, bundle, assigned to nil, state equal to dot idle, and we also need to create another property which is called current description. This is a computed property, and this property will act as a UI helper. Guard, let, share, bundle, dot, current, else, return. So if it's nil, we just exit this function. Let t equal cur dot temperature, which is the current temperature. Let's see. Let band. So let's get the temperature band. So if t is more or equal to very hot, threshold, then it will return scorching. Should be scorching. Else, if t is more or equal to hot threshold, then it will return hot. T is more, if t is less or equal to freezing threshold, will return freezing. Else, t is less or equal to code threshold. See? Seems like that one doesn't exist. See if I can locate it. It doesn't exist. So let's add that. Or maybe it was spelled incorrectly, so let's just have a look. Jump into the definition. It was spelled incorrectly, so it should be, just refactor it. It's probably taking a bit of time. So it should be code threshold and then C. Code threshold C. So it will return code else. It will just return mild. I'll just indent some of these. Return result. For the caller. Bam. Description. For the web code. Cannot find description. The description doesn't exist at the moment, so I'll just copy and paste it in the clipboard. The value of optional type UI bundle must be on that. Let's compile it and then explain what I just pasted. So the function description accepts an int which is used to provide a human readable web description. So depending on the number, it does a conditional statement or case statement. So if it was 0, that means there's no clouds and it's a clear sky. If it's 1, it means there's like very few clouds. If it's 2, it's a mix of clouds and clear skies. If it's 3, then it's fully clouded. If it's 4, it's foggy, dense. Not 4, but if it's 45, I mean. If it's 51, then it's drizzly, light, moderate, heavy drizzles. And then if it's 71, that means it's snowing, heavy snow. So yeah, that's quite easy to understand. If it's 95, this means there's thunderstorms, thunder and lightning. 99 or 96, it just means it's severe storms with hail. Unknown means that we cannot detect. the weather code that just returns unknown. And this is how it produces it on the UI. And that leads to the next feature or functionality that we have to create to get the actual icons as well. So to get the actual icons, we need to create another function, which is called icons for current. So we can just create that anywhere after line 95. Func icons for current that will return a string. Guard let per bundle. It should be bundle. Bundle dot current else return question mark dot circle. It should be circle. Return icon current weather code temperature C current temperature C. So it cannot find icon, so that's another function that we need to create. So we will create that function in the next tutorial.